Well, hey everyone, and welcome back to a buzzing new case. What I want to know is, so there's bees everywhere. And obviously bees don't bother you if you don't piss them off, they don't bother you. They're not like wasps. Wasps are dicks. Hands down, we all agree. I wonder what souvenir we got from this last one. Check that out in a second. But how is Toby, our dog, just like chill about this? I wouldn't be chill about this. Bees freak me out, man. Like, I get bees are important. We need bees. Absolutely. But, like, I don't know, they hurt. I'm scared. Lady Brackenstall's confession. Dear Mr. Holmes, I have finally found the courage to write you a letter. I can scarcely find the words to express my gratitude for your kindness that horrible day. I believed my life to be ruined, but at the same time, I realized there to be no one person in the world who truly loved me and who I loved in return. His name... What? I realized there to be one person in the world who truly loved me and who I loved in return. His name we both know is Captain Jack Crocker. His love has given me true reason to live. Even if we cannot be together in the end, none of this would have happened without you, Mr. Holmes. Yours sincerely, Mary Brackenstall. What do we get? We gotta keep a fork. Can we look for it? I know it's kind of a waste of time, but... You know, I like to know that... we're actually getting rewarded. Although... A fork is so... small... compared to the other souvenirs that we've amassed. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm just curious. Fork. Fork. There it is. There it is. See? And it was worth it, wasn't it? Okay, let's go check out these botanical gardens. Let's go to the gardens in Q. Q, I think. I think that's how you say it. K-E-W? I think that's Q. Gonna go get all gadgets from Q. What a cheater. I never get over that. I'll never get over the fact that he's currently reading the book to the game that we're playing. Oh, this is a long ride. This is the longest carriage ride we've had. We're headed out to go get murdered. They think it's just a botanical garden plant thieving theft thing. But really, it's murder.
Well, Holmes, here we are at the Royal Botanic Gardens. There's no doubt that this place is beautiful. But are you really intent on investigating the theft of the plants?
Yes, of course.
The music just ended so suddenly there. Okay. Hello. My name's Sherlock Holmes. And I was wondering...
Don't touch anything else, is that clear? Just go and get a bucket of fertilizer. And without turning it over this time. Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago. A remarkable collection, I believe.
So you're the one in charge, eh?
A small favor for a friend. Now, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Martin Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens, and that fellow yonder is Albert. He works here.
I am delighted to meet you. What can you tell us about the plants?
They were rare and exceptional plants. We presented them at our last exhibition. We haven't removed the stand yet. It is still in the large glass house. We only learned of their disappearance the evening after the exhibition, and nobody saw anything.
No doors were forced?
No, but I would imagine that for a thief it would be fairly easy to gain entry, for there are no guards here.
Well, if you don't mind, we will take a look. Now, you say that it is in the large glass house.
Yes, the one just behind me. Just a second, since Albert has nothing else to do. Albert, show these gentlemen where the exhibition was held.
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
Oh, so you're a prime suspect. Just, like, you know. Just to be completely transparent with you, I'm pretty sure you did it.
Here it is. This is the place where the stolen plants were exhibited.
Thank you. Is there something the matter?
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but it seems to me that the tragedy that took place here only 2 days ago has been entirely forgotten already.
What tragedy are you referring to?
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn, he died here just 2 days ago.
We're very sorry. We were not aware. The 2 of you were good friends?
He was my father.
Oh dear.
The
Our
plot
condolences.
thickens.
We should not be troubling you. Please do excuse us for the intrusion.
You say that he died here, in the large glass house.
Holmes?
Yes, just here, near the door to the Colonial. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Oh, what?
I cannot remain here. If you need me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the front of the large greenhouse.
Of course, we understand.
That seemed like important information I just missed. Good thing there's a thing. Yes, just here near the door of the Colonial Collection. He suffered a heart attack. Just like that. So suddenly, it was terrible. Okay, so I think we're definitely thinking that the death of the director has something to do with the disappearance of the plants. But again, it could be a total misdirect. So, let's see.
Do not touch.
Don't tell me what to
The
do.
plants were here. All of them were stolen.
Dust for prints, man.
Here is a list of the stolen plants.
Great. There's a garden hose.
These trees, with their roots in water, must originate from Louisiana.
Ah, yes, the bayou. I remember our visit in the case of the Awakened.
Am I supposed to...
According to Albert, this is where his father, Montague Dunn, was found dead.
Okay. Large black tracks.
These boot marks are fresh. It appears as though someone was dragging their feet.
Well, we can't all walk nicely.
The traces are thinner in some places. The footprints reveal that someone staggered here.
Drunk or because he was having a heart attack?
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
Here. Here is where it fell down.
Soil. It should have come from a flower pot. The soil on the side of this flower shelf is the same as that on the ground.
Wow, this is some expert detective work. And there's pots up here. So maybe one fell.
This pot was broken fairly recently. A flower pot recently fell down from these shelves and was misplaced.
Okay, so someone bumped it. Someone was like, you know. Why are we doing this whole thing in, like, Sherlock vision?
This door handle is new. It was recently changed. The door was smashed at shoulder height.
Okay.
The esconson was breached near the handle. The door was forced from the inside of the Colonial Collection Room. The handle was changed afterwards.
I think we need to inspect the Colonial Collection Room.
Is that this room? Yeah.
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Okay.
These plants come from all the territories of the British Empire.
The empire in which you stole, for the record.
Very strange. Half of the colonial collection is absent. These windows were perfectly cleaned. The smell is strong. It is a detergent. These windows were perfectly clean.
Yeah. Stone chip. Come on.
This broken fragment was the result of a heavy blow.
Right, okay.
A fragment of marble, most likely chipped from a statue or sculpture. Part of this greenhouse was emptied and thoroughly cleaned.
So there's a cover-up, that's for sure.
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Okay. So Albert killed his own father, poisoned him, or something.
Blood. This sign is broken. Something heavy was dropped upon it.
Like
Someone fell violently against this sign,
Yeah.
and they were injured in the clash. Most likely a head wound. All the clues around here are quite suspicious. I need my imagination to make sense of it all.
Okay. So, he broke the door. Okay. So he broke the door. Oh, I'm goofing this up. So, he broke the door. Then... Wait, no, who's... Okay, hang on. Breaking the door. Then you. Then fell to the ground. Came in. He was like, ah. Yeah, look at that.
This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the Colonial Collection Room.
He was in a panic, or the door was locked. Was it an accident, or a murder then, I wonder?
Oh, see? I was just full of it before, but it turns out I'm right. It is a murder. Or is it? Perform an autopsy at Montague Dunn. The death is suspicious. Why had he forced the door of the colonial room? Why had someone cleaned and emptied the room? Was it a trap or a simple accident? Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll check out the body. We're going to check out the body. However, I'm sure there's more to do right now. Like, can I talk to people?
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Water lily greenhouse. According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Well, it's a greenhouse, you know? Oh, this place just never ends.
These flower pots are beautiful. They are intended to be used for exhibition purposes. The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
Ah, the plot thickens. Did I skip something? These tables look like they're maybe... No? Alright. I want to go talk to people. I do some interrogationing and some looking at their...
Dry tropics.
Looking at their face to determine how much money they have and that they're tired and that... You know.
There is a smell of burning.
Oh, time to go check out the burning. Fireplace. Broken pot. Ooh, different symbol.
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
But it's not the same as the other one that's not from Kew Gardens. Maybe they don't manufacture their own pots.
The plants were set alight fairly recently. Some have not completely burned. A
Ugh.
protective mask.
This thing is just appropriately creepy. I kind of want one. Oh, when I say kind of, I mean I now must have it.
Someone set it alight, but it did not burn. The remains of a picture frame. A broom handle was half burned.
Irrelevant. The gas mask might be, though. Or it could just be something they use in the garden, like the greenhouse.
A door handle? Why would anyone throw such a thing in the fire? The door handle to the Colonial Collection and that of the fireplace are made of the same material.
Oh, okay. All right. You know what this means? Me neither. Me neither. Okay. Where the hell? Okay, where are you? Are here.
Ventilation system. Seed house.
That sounds gross.
Nursery. Colonial Collection. Water lily greenhouse. Dry tropics.
I feel like I'm just supposed to...
Harm house. Director's office, cloakroom, and laboratory. A map of Kew Gardens.
Did I get everything? Oh, no.
Reserve.
There we go. See? I don't know if we need to do all that, but it like automatically ends. It automatically like exits out of it once you've got them all. So it makes me think that you're supposed to.
A water tank.
Ventilation system.
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings. A ventilation system.
Object of interest. Okay, so we are going to be returning to you, good sir. I dare say. Look out, Watson, you blubbering idiot.
Locked.
That's okay.
Seed house.
Didn't want to go in the seed house anyways. Not into that kind of party. Get Watson? You're really pissing me off, man. Is this door to the seed house locked?
Locked.
Good. Disgusting animals. Nursery.
Locked.
Right. How do I get out of here? Oh, Watson. I'm gonna friggin' murder you in a minute. Yeah, I've done all this, right? Unless this one's different somehow. That would be an interesting clue. Nope. Okay. What is this? I guess I could have used the map to figure this out, eh? I'm like looking at a map going, this is stupid, how do I get around here? I think this is where I want to be, though. That's where I went in. Yeah. I think. Actually, I think I just, like, teleported in. I have a couple of questions to ask you. Tell me about the death of the dude. Why didn't you bring that up earlier, you friggin'?
Albert told us about the tragic death of Mr. Dunn, the late director of Kew Gardens.
Tragic indeed. His heart attack was quite unexpected.
Would you unlock the doors for us?
Do you expect to find the stolen plants there? I am sorry, but those rooms are private.
Ho-ho! Okay. Alright. Inexpensive glasses. So you're not super wealthy and could stand for monetary gain. Dirty collar. You are a hard worker. Or you've been moving some things around. You're not married, which means you're pathetic. I'm just kidding. And so you are. You work with your hands. You're not a total sham.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Albert. Where was that? Where did Albert say he was going to be? I guess we could just look. Dear old Albert said... Excuse me, gentlemen. If you need me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the large greenhouse. So we're here, and the reserve is there. That's the large greenhouse. And here's the reserve.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
I do believe you might be able to. Yes, I have a couple of questions for you. Alan, Albert, Bert?
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only, for I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then. That is commendable.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
Yeah, well, that's reasonable. Doesn't know how to cut himself. Or shave, I mean. Does know how to cut himself. Unmarried. Clean hands. Suspicious.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Clean hands meaning he's
Farmhouse.
potentially recently been working with detergent. Aha. Detergent. Just stuff on the ground of the... Is there any reason to be in here? Besides... I'm getting the feeling, even though I'm not actually in this room, obviously. Doesn't it just feel humid to you? You're like, it's a humid room. And okay, and we've been here. And we've been here. So let's go to Scotland Yard and check out what we already know. It seems like an irritating, unnecessary step. Because there's no way we're going to get to Scotland Yard and be like, oh, no, it's not a murder. Okay, well, anyways, let's go look for the plants, Watson. Sorry for wasting your time. Obviously, there's some suspiciousness around his death. It seems all too
I asked
likely.
Inspector Lestrade to take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
It's ready for autopsy, then.
For autopsy? I don't know that we're entirely qualified. Maybe Watson is, but like... I don't know, even when you're a doctor, it doesn't mean you can do autopsies.
This watch is of great value. A membership card for the London Crest Club.
Okay.
A beautiful feather pen of a good make.
I don't see any feathers, but that's fine. To Mr. F. Wayne, Director of Wayne & Sons Printing Company. My friend, your posters for the great exhibition at Kew Gardens are very beautiful, but it is surely unnecessary to mention all of the staff. My name alone will be sufficient. Montague Dune. So he's a bit of a... kind of a dick. You know. A little full of himself, has a big ego. That's okay. How... what? There. I was like, this is
First
the
of all,
body, right?
let us carry out an external examination.
Prior to the internal, we're going to cut him open? Are we actually going to do that?
There is an injury to the skull, most probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse. The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal.
All right.
The air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma. There are no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external examination so that we can proceed with the autopsy.
Full on, we're cutting this guy open. All right.
Nothing suspicious here. No redness, stings, or bruises. Now, let us examine the internal organs.
We don't want to check his back? Oh my god. That is... this is weird.
The stomach tissues show no visible pathological signs.
It's not even remotely realistic, and it's... I'm a little queasy. Why? Why am I... what? Then what else? Stomach. Okay. Yeah, I'll just put the stomach back. Oh, God.
The lungs are congested and edematous.
What does that mean? Do they actually... ooh.
The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant.
They don't actually do this. It's like a... They don't do this, do they? They take everything right out? They take your lungs out?
The heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs.
I mean, I assume what we're after here...
The heart's blood vessels show...
I assume what we're after here is just the thing we discovered with the lungs, right?
The liver is enlarged. It would seem that he was suffering from an alcohol addiction.
Ah. So he was drunk.
The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs.
We did the stomach. Apparently not thoroughly enough. Oh.
There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death.
All right. Yeah, so really, the alcohol and the spot on the lungs.
Suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning. Plant poisoning, to be more exact.
You mean...
Yes, it is murder.
Bum,
should inform
bum.
Lestrade.
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The challenge, Holmes?
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
No. We also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
And also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
No. A few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs. Yes, Watson, it is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff building. I suppose that is necessary.
We should also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this already, aren't you?
More than a little.
Yes, let's check out those private rooms. Poisoning, and he was trapped. After being trapped in the Colonial Collection Room by the killer, Montague was affected by inhaling a virulent vetical poison. Whatever the hell that means. Alright. Time to go kick in some doors. Smack some people around.
Locked.
Locked. Is there any?
Locked.
There's no... Right. Okay. Well. It's locked. Unless we need it, it's locked. This door doesn't even exist. It's not even locked. It's just not there.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Shirley?
A very good day to you, my friend. Is Inspector Lestrade in?
I'm sorry, sir, but the inspector's absent at the moment.
He's absent. Oh. Well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
Mr. Holmes?
Please do all three. We gotta figure this out. It's murder, then. I'm surprised. Of all the cases we've done, then, the only one so far that hasn't been murder was the train. But, you know, I prefer the murder ones. I think it's a little easier to figure out who done it and why done it. Because people's motives are more... They're more emotional. They're more passionate about things, I guess. I don't know. You know, if we're just like hiding a train. Anyway, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please do all three. And until next time.